Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day in History. What's today's date? June 18th. And a lot of things happened on June 18th. A lot of things. So let's get into it. On this day in history, June 18th, 1812, the War of 1812 began. It was 1812. The War of 1812. It's kind of unoriginal, honestly. But basically, I say but basically a lot. I realized that watching my last videos. Anyways, the War of 1812 was a war between the United States, Canada, and then Great Britain. And basically, the reason why they fought the war is because the British were still salty. They were salty after the Revolution. Let's be real. And there had something to do with Napoleon and France, and the Americans were like sticking up for Napoleon because he was a little guy. He needed someone to stick up for him. He was a little guy. Don't pick on him. And Britain was like, oh, screw that. We don't like him. You don't know because you're not close enough. You guys are in a different time zone. And America's like, you're going to have to fight us. And they fought in a big war. And they named it the War of 1812 because it started in 1812. Yeah. Also this day in history, June 18th, 1815, Napoleon was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo. And it was a decisive blow to Napoleon. He returned from exile, after, having rule, he returned from exile. And then he started a war, and then he got his ass kicked, basically. And then it's like, right back to exile. You go. Battle of Waterloo was basically France against Britain, Prussia, and everybody else in Europe was basically against him. I don't know why they hated him so much. He was like I said, he was just a little guy. He was cool. But whatever. I don't know. But anyways, he was defeated on this day in history. Also on this day in history, June 18th, 1873, Susan B. Anthony was fined $100 for attempting to vote in the 1872 presidential election. She was fined $100 for trying to vote. Because back then, I don't know, women couldn't vote. And she tried to sneak in, I guess wearing their disguise, I assume, and vote. I don't know how they found out. Somebody snitched on her. Some bullshit. But you know what? I would pay that woman's fine right now. I'm going to write her a check right now. Susan, 100. She's probably dead, like long dead right now. But anyways, it's the thought that counts. Also this day in history, June 18th, 1928, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. She completed the flight from Newfoundland to Wales in just 21 hours. 21 hours? Goddamn. I struggled to sit on a plane for 9 hours, and she flew a plane for 21. Planes were really slow back then. Hell no, I ain't doing that. But she was the first woman to do that. And, I asked myself, how many women were looking to do that anyways? It's like, it's cool she was the first woman, but, were there a lot of women that were interested in, hey, I want to fly across the Atlantic Ocean in unproven technology? Probably not. Also this day in history, June 18th, 1948, the United Nations Commission on Human Rights adopted its International Declaration of Human Rights. And this was after World War II, when human rights were basically, well, for lack of a better phrase, shit on. They were shit on. Pardon my French, but human rights were just, fuck you, human rights. Humans, you got no rights. Not in World War II. So in 1948, they got together and were like, humans should have rights because we're all humans. And, well, they came up with a set of rules, and they've been enforcing them ever since. But they've been doing kind of a shitty job, to be honest with you. And last but not least, on this day in history, June 18th, 1983, Sally Ride became the first American woman in space. This was after Tereshkova, the Russian woman, made it to space first. So they basically had a woman in space before we did. But we eventually caught up. Sally Ride. Ride, Sally, ride. I think there's a song that goes like that, right? Are they talking about her? I don't know. Anyways, if you enjoyed that, like and subscribe. Subscribe and like. This day in history.